I'm Shriyanka and you are watching Top Stories with Mobile News 24/7, where we get you the day's biggest news highlights in India and across the world. Let's have a glance on the top headlines. People in Ukraine hold on to their pets amid intensifying war. OneWeb satellites, Russia removes US, UK, Japan flags from rocket carrying but keeps Indian flag, puts condition for launch. Supreme Court asks Attorney General to help in evacuation of medical students stranded in Ukraine near Romania border. 200 students, Indian nationals from Ukraine, arrive in Delhi as part of Operation Ganga. Nearly 650 Delhi residents stranded in Ukraine, help being extended to families. Odisha records 23% growth in gross GST collection in February. Spotify indefinitely shuts Russia office. India-South Africa T20 International likely to be held at Barawadi Stadium in June. BCCI Central contracts Pujara, Rahane, Pandya demoted after underwhelming performances. Kohli inaugurates ambulance service to help stray animals. Prabhas' role in Radhe Shyam inspired by renowned astrologer Kero. Ranveer Singh starrer Jayesh Bhai Jordar to release on May 13. Now bringing you the details. People in Ukraine have been leaving for safer shores ever since Russia started deploying its troops near its eastern border. However, for pet owners, fleeing to safety came with an added difficulty: how to shield their beloved pets from the destruction of the ongoing conflict. There are many videos and photos of Ukrainians taking their pets with them as they shelter from air attacks in subway stations or make a difficult journey to cross the border. As Indian students in Ukraine were struggling to leave for India, Rishabh Kaushik, a computer engineering student who has been pursuing his course in Ukraine for 3 years, refused to leave without his rescue dog Malibu. Perhaps for the first time in history, the impact of war on Earth have been felt in space. After Russia had said that the sanctions by the USA and European nations on Russia for invasion of Ukraine can result in a crash of the International Space Station, they have now removed all the flags of countries participating in a space program from a rocket they are launching, except the flag of India. The Supreme Court Thursday asked Attorney General K.K. Venugopal to use his office in helping evacuate some Indian medical students stranded in war-ravaged Ukraine near the Romania border. A bench headed by Chief Justice N.V. Ramana took note of the submissions of a lawyer that several students are stuck near the Romanian border in freezing cold and the government is not running flights from Romania. Around 200 students and Indian citizens from Ukraine have been evacuated and brought back to India as part of the Government of India's Operation Ganga. Bhagwat Kuba, Minister of State for Chemical and Fertilizers, received the evacuees, most of them students, at Indira Gandhi International Airport. The special Indigo flight landed in Delhi today morning, welcoming all the returnees, the Union Minister said. The Union government under the leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi is committed to ensure the repatriation of all Indians from Ukraine. He assured the students that their friends and colleagues will also be evacuated soon. Coming back to India and meeting with families, students expressed gratitude towards the Union government. Around 650 Delhi residents are still stranded in war-torn Ukraine, while 215 people belonging to the national capital have been brought back so far, officials in the city government said on Thursday. Government officials said that according to a list given by the center, nearly 870 people of Delhi were in Ukraine. Till Wednesday night, district authorities, including district magistrates, sub-divisional magistrates, visited homes of over 550 students who have either been evacuated or still stuck in Ukraine, officials informed. Government officials also said that families of over 600 such students have been contacted over phone and offered the required help. Odisha recorded 23% growth in gross GST collection in the month of February as compared to the corresponding month of 2021, officials said on Wednesday. The state collected Rs 4,101.09 crore in the month under review as compared to Rs 3,340.56 crore collected in February 2021. The progressive gross GST collection up to February of the current financial stood at Rs 40,210.01 crore, while the state had collected Rs 26,567.47 crore till February of last financial year, thereby registering a growth of 51.35%, the state GST officials informed. In response to Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine, music streaming platform Spotify has indefinitely closed its office in Russia and has removed all content from Kremlin-backed RT and Sputnik. However, the company has confirmed that it is not disabling streaming services in Russia. We think it's critically important to try to keep our service operational in Russia to allow for the global flow of information, a Spotify representative said in a statement to Variety. Since the commencement of Russian hostilities, Spotify said that its teams have been reviewing thousands of pieces of online content, with the company now launching a new guide on the platform as of Wednesday to provide their worldwide users with access to localized, trusted news sources. The Baravati Stadium is set to host a T20 international between Team India and South Africa in June 2022, informed Odisha Cricket Association. The T20 international matches will be played between June 9 and June 19. Cuttack, Vizag, Delhi, Rajkot and Chennai have been selected as venues for the series. For the first time, the South African team will play a match in Baravati Stadium in Cuttack. Worth mentioning, the Baravati Stadium was set to host the first T20 international between India and the West Indies in February. However, the third wave of COVID-19 saw rapid rise in daily cases, forcing the BCCI to host the ODIs and T20 internationals in just two cities, Ahmedabad and Kolkata. In a major blow, veteran India batters Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane and all-rounder Hardik Pandya were demoted in the latest central contracts list of the BCCI that was ratified by the board's Apex Council on Wednesday. The BCCI has four categories A+, which have annual remuneration of Rs 7 crore, while A, B and C categories are valued at Rs 5 crore, Rs 3 crore and Rs 1 crore respectively. Both Rahane and Pujara had produced underwhelming performances in the last season and were eventually dropped from the India's test squad. As a result, they have been downgraded from Grade A to Grade B in the latest central contracts list. Meanwhile, Indian captain Rohit Sharma, former skipper Virat Kohli and pace bowling spearhead Jasprit Bumrah are the three players in the A+ category as per sources. Virat Kohli is on the cusp of playing his 100th test match and become the 12th Indian cricketer to achieve the milestone. The 33-year-old starter Indian cricket team will take field against Sri Lanka in the first test on Friday in Mohali. Ahead of adding another feather to his already glorious career, Kohli spent time interacting with Kunal Khanna, CEO of Vivaldi's Animal Health and team members of Awaaz Voice of Stray Animals. Kohli interacted with the team, discussed future plans and expansion with Kunal, and also inaugurated the ambulance. With support from Vivaldi's, the Virat Kohli Foundation had launched a rehab and trauma center and ambulance for stray animals last year. Radhe Shyam, starring Prabhas and Pooja Hegde, is just a few days away from its release, and the magnum opus has created massive buzz across the globe. While Prabhas will be seen portraying the role of a palmist for the first time on screen, it's learned that his character Vikramaditya is inspired by the world-renowned Irish astrologer William John Warner, popularly known as Cairo, of the early 20th century, known to make personal predictions for famous personalities and foresee world events. The makers were fascinated by the inspiring journey of Cairo to the extent that they decided to incorporate a few major incidents from his life to be portrayed by the lead protagonist Vikramaditya. Bollywood live wire star Ranveer Singh's next film Jayesh Bhai Jordar is all set to hit screens on May 13. The film was earlier scheduled to release in February. However, the release got pushed due to the Omicron outbreak. Ranveer describes what people can expect Jayesh Bhai, the character, to be. He says, Jayesh is not your typical larger-than-life hero, but what he does in the course of the story is heroic. And this is something I was attracted to. He evolves into a hero, and what he pulls off is remarkable and truly super. How he is a superhero of a very unconventional type. The star is all praised for Jayesh Bhai Jordar director Divyang Thakkar, who he feels has made one of the most endearing films in the history of Indian cinema. That's all for now. Keep watching Mobile News 24/7 for more updates.